right, good morning, family. Good morning, fam bam. What up with it? This is Mika. I am currently on my way to work, and there are two things. Oh, Lord. It's too early for this. I done opened the whole damn sunroof, knowing good and God well it's wintertime. Anyway, two things I want to talk about this morning. So first thing I want to talk about is the big debate. The big debate that's been all over social media is, who is the king of R&B? Who is the king of rhythm and blues? All right. Let me tell y'all where it started and originated, right? So, Jacquees, I guess, put out there that he feels like he is the king of R&B for his generation. Kudos to you, young man, for having that amount of confidence in yourself. Kudos. You are supposed to feel you are the best at whatever you do. So I'm not going to debate that. However, I am not a Jacquees fan. I am, however, a singer, you guys. So I feel like on certain things I can really talk about and delve into, being that I am so much so into music. Music is my life. Now, Jacquees sings to me like there's a goat stuck in the throat. He gets a little goat throatish. The man has some talent, but he has to learn how to control that goat. That goat it runs rampant through that throat. Okay, that goat runs rampant through that throat, and he got to learn how to control a little bit. A king of R&B to me will have to be longevity, your artistry, sales, all of that, your skill. For my generation, I'm 32. So for me, my king of R&B is R. Kelly. I don't care what allegations or anything else that are out for him. That does not take away from the talent, the artistry, the skill, the longevity, the success that R. Kelly has had. So far as I'm concerned, he was the king of R&B. Now, I would put also Usher and Chris Brown within that debate. Prior to times way back, I would say Michael Jackson and Prince. However, those artists were so great that you could not just put them in an R&B category. So it's ticky ticky boom boom for me on them. I do like the cheerful banter that's back and forth with all the R&B, the male R&B singers. I hope it stays light and cheerful banter, because don't nobody need R&B niggas beefing. You hear me? Don't nobody need R&B niggas beefing. Freddie Jackson wasn't beefing with goddamn Big Luther. So I don't want to see no beef between no R&B niggas. Let's keep it about the talent. Keep it light. However, if Jacquees feels he is the king of R&B for his generation, I'm gonna let the little nigga live. However, I truly feel that if he can get a little bit more control of his talent, get a little bit more control in his technique and skill of singing, he gonna go far. I don't know nothing but the BED song, the bed song, and I know about hot remixes that he's been on. To me, that's king not. That's not a king. That does not make one a king. But I don't hardly know what the hell this generation is talking about now. Know how? Because everybody mumbling and depressed and shit. So I don't know what y'all talking about no way. So if he want to be the king of his generation, God bless you, but work on your talent, young man. All right. second thing I want to talk about today. Y'all, I screamed and hollered because I watched Larry Reid live, right, on Mondays. Larry Reid yesterday talked about a rant that Rickey Smiley did about his family members that disrespected him on Thanksgiving. Now, I don't have Facebook. I ain't been on the book in about 8+ years. I don't fool with the book. Now, apparently, what happened was Rickey had hosted about 50 people at his home, his Alabama mansion, for 50 family members. Rickey had a van going back and forth picking up his family members because he did not want all them cars parked out in front of his house, for one. Because 50+ people with multiple vehicles parked all in front of your house. Some niggas be all up on your grass and lawn. And then you got neighbors that you try to be respectful of. I understand that. I host things. I understand that. I don't want people parked in front of my neighbors' houses. It's just respect. And so he had a van picking at his family members up, bringing them to the house. He also had people that was serving them the food because there was an issue with the line being so long for them to wait on food last year, he said, because they were serving themselves. And y'all know, I've been witness to that. You got the mama holding her baby in her arms. She trying to make her a little plate for her baby, and it just slows everything down. Niggas hungry, ready to eat. Ain't nobody got time for that. So he tried to make life a little easier, had service. Do you know, he said them family members, folks, was sitting right at his house, feet up under his table, and was in there talking about, well, why they can't serve their own selves, and some people don't like their food touching, and they didn't like the way he was reprimanding their children. Because I don't know if you guys watch. I'm a people watcher. If I don't know nothing else, I know people. I love Rickey Smiley. However, he is very controlling. Very controlling. He got an old school upbringing. He don't believe you can't sit in this part of the house, don't eat in this part of the house, and he don't believe in kids running rampant through his house. Hello, I'm the same way. I ain't mad at that, but he is heavily controlling, and a new generation of people and children don't understand that, because there are so many people that are friends with their kids versus rearing them up right and telling them appropriate behavior, especially for going to other folks' houses. So I'm not mad at him for that, but he had family members mad, sitting in his house, feet up under his table, eating his food, talking about how they didn't appreciate that and was upset. So he went on a Facebook rant on their asses and discussed about how next year he'll never have that problem again, because going forward he gonna rent him a tent, he gonna go downtown Alabama, and he gonna feed the homeless. And I bet you one goddamn thing, bet they won't be complaining about being served or nothing else. And kudos to Rickey Smiley for that. When I tell you, let me tell y'all my experience with hosting Thanksgiving last year. It was my first time in my home. Anybody that knows me and my family and friends know I'm a stickler for time. If I say dinner, and mind you, I gave them an hour because typically my family does dinner at 3. I said 4 o'clock is dinner. 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I'm getting ready to say my prayer at that table, and I'm going to eat. I have cooked all day. I had mine set up like catering, with the my word is slipping me. The burners underneath, I had it all set up on my island to where you just would serve yourself. The plates were there. Boom. I need you to just be on time. My family is notoriously late. Notoriously late. 4 o'clock dinner was dinner. Not to mention I had friends from work, other friends coming, friends of other nationalities, white folks. I had Indians, Venezuelan people, Filipino people. Them people don't understand that color people time. They on time. So I got a house full of people. Yet I got an auntie, another auntie that's late. My mama was late, and I love you, mama, but you know you always late. They late. I got these people looking at me hungry like, what? How long we gonna wait on these? We ain't. I'm getting ready to say grace, and we getting ready to eat, baby. When my auntie, one of my aunties that was late walked in there, she had a whole attitude because I didn't wait. We didn't wait on her to come in and eat, and everybody was sitting at the table. She wasn't at the table. I didn't give up. Okay? When I tell you to be there at a certain time, respect the house rules. Time is everything. To me, I think my greatest pet peeve with the time thing is that I feel like when you don't respect my time, you're telling me you don't give a damn. To me, it shows that you don't give a damn. And so, I feel Rickey on so many levels when it comes to that. All that niggerment and all that bullshit your own family members can put you through, and you the one slaving in the kitchen, cooking and making sure somebody has a decent layout for you, and you show that level of disrespect, your asses would never come back to my house. You would never be back at my house, and I mean that. So I ain't mad at that. What y'all think about it? Talk to me in them comments. What y'all think? Who's the king of R&B? And are y'all in agreement or disagreement about Rickey deciding that next year he will no longer be hosting for all them people? Tell me some of y'all things, some of y'all holiday issues or things like that in the comments. I love you guys. Be good to other people. Definitely be good to yourself. Mwah.